What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Compound today. This one comes to us at the request of Stana. Stana requested this through our Discord page. This is actually the first ever request that we've had on the Discord page ever. History in the making, Stana. You own that right there. We're doing this one for you, but we're also doing this for anybody that wants to watch it. If you guys are curious and you want to join the Discord channel, it's called The Wheelhouse. I will leave a link in the description if you want to click on that. I meant to do that on my other videos, but I forgot. I chose The Wheelhouse because it was just a name that came to me. I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about names. I tend to just run with whatever comes to mind, and this one came to mind. And I liked it because the wheelhouse is it's like the cockpit, but of a boat, of a ship. It's the place that the captain sits in. It's the captain's cabin, and it's where he remains nice, or she remains nice and safe and dry whenever you are navigating through the treacherous seas or waters that might be trying to get you wet or in danger, whatever. And I like that name because, in a sense, we are all the captains, right? We are all the captains of our own financial journeys. And hopefully that Discord page can be a safe haven where we can all, come to for criticisms, ideas, sharing thoughts and just kind of getting to know each other, hopefully building our overall intelligence with how markets work and stuff like that. And then just being aware of things that are going on in the crypto sphere or in stocks, or world stuff even. And I liked that because I feel like, it's a safe place where we can navigate through the treacherous environments that are markets, you know what I mean? So that's why I chose that. I will leave a link in the description, and yeah, if you guys want to join it, feel free to join it. Enough about that, though. Let's talk about the TA here. Getting into the TA overall on Compound. Let's see here. From top to bottom, and I am using this low because I went over this in my previous video, but you could use this low if you wanted to. You could, but on a weekly basis, we tipped right here. This week over here, we actually closed right at that tip. I would consider this move a fake out. You broke out, you had a fake out, a fake breakout, and then, as is classic with the fake out, you had a dramatic reversal to the other side. So I think that this right here, personally, this is a good area to draw the fib, to have it anchored to. You could draw it there, but I like this one more personally. If we were to draw it here, the numbers that I'm going to go over in a second, they would just be higher, but it's better to be conservative, right? So looking at this from a conservative perspective, and to me also a more realistic perspective, if and when we get above this 382, the next price area to look at would be 235, this 618, really 235 to 305. And if we can get above that, really the next area would be to look, I guess, at the 786, 886 area, but ultimately once we get above the 618, I'll be looking for 2400 to 8200. And that's why I really like Compound, because right now it's worth $56. The 382 is at $101. That's like a 90 something or an 80 something % growth in itself, just from here to there. Let alone what we would see over here. That would be an over 100x if we were to get to about $5,000, $5,600 from the current price. And is this thing 100xable? I think it is. I definitely actually do think it is. If we go to CoinGecko here and we look at Compound, I actually think Compound is I was just looking at it, it's number 100. Yep, number 100 today. Looking at it, the current market cap is let's say 384 million. If this was to 100x, that would be a $38.4 billion market cap. That is high. That is a high number, but it's achievable. It's achievable in crypto. There are plenty of coins. Most coins, even in the top 100, will see market caps that are worth more than $10 billion. So if this thing doesn't 100x from its current price, it has a very solid chance of doing a 30x, a 40x, an 80x, something like that. But I would really expect a minimum price of 2,400, which from here, from the current price, would be a total growth of about 42x. So if the price goes lower, and I think it does go lower, that's only going to gain. That's only going to go up in value. We could go down to $45, and we're going to go over that right now, actually. So looking at this, that's just the overall time frame look. I like to start with that to give my reasons why I'm so excited about this, why I personally am invested in Compound, and I plan on buying more. Looking at it, we're at $56 today. We're up about 3.3 cents. Not a whole lot of volume today compared to some of the other days we've seen. I do think we're going lower. If we take this high, let's see here. This high to that low there, we did reject off the 786. We had a deep retracement. and then came down. Right now we're probably seeing extensions off of this range here from low to high there. Yeah, we bounced right off the 1272. That's normal. We could move up to about $60 from there, and then potentially continue to move lower. We don't have to move up that high. Maybe we only go up to $58. Maybe we turn around here even. But regardless, I don't think that we're done moving lower just yet. We did break below the 618 very convincingly and without really any problem, any trouble at all, any resistance. So I would expect that we see the 1618 come into play. And the way that this thing goes, it's a lower cap coin. I wouldn't expect that we tip it exactly. Maybe we do, but I would expect, maybe you go a little bit below it even. So seeing a price between about $48 to $44, right? That, I think that's where we're likely going to low. On a daily perspective, that also puts us right around this purple line, which we showed resistance on it here. We got above it, bounced right off it twice, had a little tweezer bottom. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We got above it for a little bit and showed support on it, but then we broke below it. Didn't really have any significance over here. We had resistance right there to a tip, support on it here, broke below it, found resistance, and you continue to go lower. A little bit of resistance in this area before resistance, a little fake out and down, resistance right there. I think that there's enough significance on this line to consider it an area for support. And again, we don't have to tip it. We could go slightly above it. We could go slightly below it. We could tip it exactly. As the days go on, this line will continue to climb up a little bit. But, like tomorrow, it's not going to be up dramatically higher. Like next week, it might be up like this. It looks like it's moving at a slow pace. So somewhere around this area between, again, $48 to $44, that's where I think it's going to go. And let's see if that lines up with anything else, actually. Let's see here. From bottom to top, low to high, we have, let's see, the 382 right there at the 1414, which comes in line with this low range here, where I'm going to take these away so it's a little easier to see. You had a bounce, you had a closing day period right there. We could go literally right to 52, and that could be the end of it. And generally with the 382, you do actually go below it, and you can come back above it. That's okay. Maybe we go to the 0.5 even. That's totally fine. I don't really expect that we'll see the 618 on this overall fib come into play, but it's possible. I probably, if and when we see prices that are below $48, I will probably unload a fat bag onto compound and be prepared to just ride it out from there. So if it goes down, whatever, but I definitely want to get in on this thing. I don't want to miss the pump on it. Looking at the daily RSI, we are in this kind of downtrend. We are at the bottom of it, right? From this low to this low right here. Yeah, something like that. Kind of, I would say they're at the low point, so maybe we do go up over the next couple days just a little bit and then sell off from there. Maybe this is the end of the move. Maybe we bounce right off the oversold zone and that's the end of it. If so, I'm totally prepared to buy higher, but I'm not convinced just yet. I do think we go lower. I think we actually go into the oversold zone. You can see here we bounced off of it, came up, had a lower high, and then went into it. Here we actually bounced right off of it and then went into it. Here we bounced right off of it and then went into it, right? So I do kind of expect that we'll go lower. We bounced off of it, then went into it. We bounced off this area, then we went into it. So I don't think that it's done just yet. And if we look at the 4-hour time frame, you can see where it is. It is neutral at the moment, but it's struggling to get above the 50. And more so, you've been hanging out in this kind of bearish area of control. So I do think, maybe we have a little bit of a bullish movement in the current day or a couple days to come, but overall I do think we go lower. On the 1-hour time frame, you have a double top. You might even have bearish divergence. Let's see. Looks like it. Looks like you do. Yeah. You've got some highs that are slowly building up. You have 50 minutes left in this hour. There's not a whole lot. I know it looks a little bearish now, but that's only a 0.5% move, so it's really nothing to get too scared about. Even if this was a 10% move, it's nothing to be too scared about. A 10% move is totally within the expectations. And high here, higher high here. You have a high here and a lower high here, kind of a double top even. That is bearish divergence, but to a certain degree, it's not too significant. So this could have already played out with the move that's come down this low. So it's only a 0.5% move or a 0.4% move. So this divergence could have already played out. It could go higher. This 1-hour RSI actually doesn't look bad. You are moving up. It looks kind of strong. Maybe you do get into the overbought zone. Maybe you don't. You know, it's hard to say. But either way, I'm not buying just yet. I'm not prepared to buy just yet. I am prepared to buy once it goes lower than this low here at about $53. I'll start looking to DCA in a little bit more. But again, if we go below $48, and if I catch it anywhere below $48, I'm probably just going to unload a fat stack on this thing. Let's see here. Let's see, and the reason for that, right, again, bottom to top here, you know, the 1618 is right there at $48. So if we go below that, I'm happy to buy. That's also an area where we found resistance before, support before back here. So that's why I'm pretty comfortable with that personally. I don't know if I really have anything else to add on to this. So with that, I'll leave it there. If you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Oh yeah, I'll leave the link for the Discord below. So yeah, thank you. Bye bye.